What you can see there is my beautiful Suzuki SV650. That's Sylvie. It's a K3 model, and today I'm going to pull off the forks. These bits, well, that's the top yoke, but technically bits under there hold the front wheel and the steering. So this is all coming off, and then I'm going to hopefully change the fork oil, depending on how hard it is, and maybe even service the head bearing. So there you go, there's a plan for today. I'm sure you'll find it absolutely riveting. Oh, and the person who said I sound like Boy George, I'm not happy. It takes a lot of work to sound this crap. We're also going to take off the handlebars, and I don't know if you can see this, but I've actually got the bike hanging on some baling twine from the garage door. Hopefully this will stop it falling over once the wheel is out. So good tip there, use baling twine because it's nice and strong to support your 165 kilo dry weight motorcycle. That's simple. Oh, is that a jack in the background there? Ooh! So I've also got it in a paddock stand, and I'm going to basically lift up the front wheel, gently remove it, and then take the forks out. So, that's it for now. Right, next job, taking the brakes off, and now I'm going to take up the front wheel. To do so, I've got an Allen key. It's a 6mm one here, but this is a retrofitted item by me in stainless steel, and I've got this nut under my axle here. I've also got to take out the speedo drive, just there. And one front wheel out. It's exciting now. Right, what you can see here, which is really sodding annoying, is one seized on, well technically they were both seized on, and the other one snapped when I tried to undo it, is the front bolts on the hugger, or the front mudguard. Fork leg and top cap, just my preload adjuster. So I'm going to open this up, and there we go. So what we have here, one rather manky preload adjuster. Look at that, lovely, with a little bit of corrosion and rust on the inside there. So I'm just going to put that somewhere safe. Now then, in here we have one spacer, like that. Pretty nice. And then we have, oh there we go. Now, I don't know if these are like mountain bike ones. Mountain bike ones have got shapes on them, so they go a specific way. Now that came out that way, so I'm assuming it goes back in that way, and it has to be like that. I could be wrong, but if I'm doing a set of bombers, I'm always careful. And then, yes, that lovely thing there, that is the spacer, goes on top of this fork, between that and preload adjuster. I'm going to put these somewhere safe as well. Now, let's see what comes out of here. Look at that. One spring. And I've got to be honest with you, it's a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. Ugh, This oil coming off here is absolutely disgusting. So this is very much needed. So let's see how we get on. Right, back again. We have here is a bucket. Yuck, gross. I'm going to show you this in a minute. This is possibly the most disgusting oil I've ever seen come out of a fork. I can tell it hasn't been done before, or if it has, it was a very long time ago. Now I've had Sylvie for 3 years, so I thought, probably best that I do this now. And the stuff that's come out of this looks like liquid cement. It's really quite unpleasant. And as for this, the best way to dispose of old oil like this is you can go and find a nice natural environment, because oil is really handy to use as an inorganic fertiliser. I'm lying. Whatever you do, don't pour it in the environment. Bad. Dispose of it sensibly and responsibly, because you're good home mechanics. Got it? I'm not. I'm going to flush it down the loo. What every good home mechanic should have is a cracking pair of norks. Right, fork oil. I've just checked my levels. It says I need to fit 488 millilitres of fork oil. So I'm using Castrol synthetic, and it's an SAE of 10W, so 10 weight oil. This should hopefully make my forks feel much more alive than the grey sludge that was inside them. So what I'm going to do is grab my fork, pour this in, and then I will measure to see what the oil height is. Once I've checked that, I'll know whether or not I need to top up a little bit more or pour a little bit less in. Well, pour a little bit out. You know what I mean? Anyway, I shall be back. So, taking off my cap, throwing it down there, got my fork. Now my fork at the moment is fully compressed, as you can see, okay, fully compressed, just like that. What I'm going to do is pour this in, thus. Now when you look at that, well, that is a nice colour. Right, so I've poured in half of that for the minute. What I want to do is I want to get that into the bottom of the fork through the damping circuit. So what I'm going to do, right, now rough calculation here, 488 mils. Okay, so we're looking roughly about 12 mil left in there. And that's not a lot. So what I need to do is measure the oil height in there in a moment. So just put this down, and then I'll go and measure. But I'm also going to make sure, you should see the bubbles coming out of this. I think that's done enough. Lovely. And that did look potentially quite rude. So I need to measure oil height. Right, fork, and what I've got here, this is your good old-fashioned straight edge. Well, I can't remember the name of the bloody thing. Oh dear. Anyway, you know what it does. And I've set it at the height I need, which is 94 millimeters. Okay, so 94 millimeters of oil from the top. Now, what I do is I'm going to pop that in there like that. Now I've got my fork leg just here, which in a moment I'm going to fit the little adjuster here into. Now obviously what I've got here is I've got the spring pushing against this. This is obviously what adjusts your preload, hence the preload adjuster. That goes in.
As the sun sets over the shrubbery. Jayne, still hard at work, rebuilding in front of Sylvie. Well, I'm being shut down by Barnell.
Are you filming?
Yeah.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm now refitting the fork legs. And, oh, a job that should have taken an hour and a half max has been made a huge amount longer because of seized in corroded bolts.
Pretty bike.
Oi, this way, this way, this way.
Pretty bike.
Okay, I'm running out of time. Sun's going down. Right, all I've got to do. When I took the top yoke off to grease the head bearings, I discovered that the two aluminium lock nuts that held it on were cross-threaded. So this caused me no end of issues, and I had to take them off with great difficulty. When I came to replacing them, I put the new ones on, and they turned around, and they just slid all the way down to the thread, and they locked up nicely. So, yeah. So that's a dealer that fitted those, by the way.
We won't
say who.
We won't say their name. But,
But
I don't think demo rules would be
same,
approved. But
it might possibly have been the same people who did the modifications, and I think fitted progressive springs to this as well.
And they did a pre-delivery inspection,
Yeah.
which failed to notice that the battery was flat.
Well, yes.
Used to have a reggae soundtrack for the evening.
Why can't I get the forks back in?
So they were tight coming out, weren't they? Yeah.
No,
They weren't.
they're not lining up with the top yoke.
You got it there now?
No, not going in.
Don't make me get out of my chair. What was that?